Good afternoon. My name is Devin Madrigal, and this is a demo of my Android Studio app. The purpose of this Android Studio app is a tip calculator, which allows for the user to input values such as the initial bill, the percentage amount, and the number of people the bill will be split between, in order to receive data as in the total of tax, the tip that each person will pay, and the total amount each person will pay. Starting off with the main activity.xml, we have an edit text for the bill. Then we have the text view. The text will be for entering the initial bill that the received. Next will be the text view of the amount, and then edit text to enter the tip percentage that the user wants to tip, and then text view, and then edit text for the number of people the bill will be split between. Next is this will display the total calculated tax taken after the bill using the 8.13% tax rate in, I believe, Texas. Then we have the total for the tip. This is going to be the total amount paid by each person after the tip is calculated and split between the number of people. And same applies for the total each. That'd be the total bill after tax split between each person. Next, we'll go to the tip calculator class. This is pretty much where a class built for as a tip, or a class for the bill, which holds all of the values needed in order to pretty much display it on the bill. You have the initial bill, the percentage that initially paid, then the percentage the user wants to tip, the number of people the bill will be split between, the total tip calculated, which is the percentage times the initial bill, the tip each person will pay, which is the tip total after divided by the number of people, the bill total, which would be the tax after tax is calculated. It will be added into the initial bill, and that will be the total. And then bill each would be after the bill total divided by the number of people. Then we have the private final double tax rate, which is a set amount. Right now it's 8.13. Then will be the total tax on the bill. We have the default constructor, which isn't utilized in this program. We have an accessor for each of the fields and mutators for each of the fields. Then we go to the helper methods. We have the calculate tip method, which gets the initial bill times the percentage of the tip. That calculates the total tip that will be taken out. Then we assign it to the total, and we divide it by each person. We get number of people in order to calculate the total tip each person pays. Next, we have the calculate total helper method, which first taxes is calculated by getting the tax rate and multiplying by the initial bill. Then we set the tax on the bill. Then we set the bill total, which is the initial plus the tax added. And then we get the bill for each person, which is dividing it by every person that the bill will be split between. Then this is another helper method I built myself in order to round the doubles, just in case sometimes the hundredths place of a bill is odd and you split between a person, it will round it. It's a class that takes in the number to be rounded and then the total decimal places wanting to be rounded too. I kind of utilized it, so I keep it to just only goes to 100, so we don't go into the thousandths of a bill, because obviously you cannot pay the thousandths. Next, we have the main activity.java. This is the main class. It kind of creates it creates an instance of the tip calculator with default values that will be changed later. And this is the class, or the function, that creates an instance of the class in order to get the values inputted by the user and get proper values. So this first part looks at the edit text class, or edit text object, and pulls out the string, parse it to a double, then repeat for the tip, and then repeat again for the number of people. Then we create another object, a text view object, which just creates the value, the inputs over here on these display in order to display the values calculated. Then we get the instance of the class, and we set all the values. The bill amount, tip amount, people amount are all grabbed from the values inputted by the user. And then we call it calculate tip and calculate total methods in order to get those values. Next, we create doubles for the tax, tip each, total each, since those are the ones that will be displayed on the GUI. So we get it from the instance of the object, and then we sign it using this money um, class in order to display it properly with the $sign amount. And so we create these objects we created, get assigned I just say strings of each value. So I'm gonna run the app and let's see it. Should I properly display it? Let me terminate this value. So here's the app. This is on my. It's a Pixel 2. I believe it's Android version 9. So let's say it receives a initial bill of 58.60. You want to tip 20%, and you're splitting it among 3 ways. Let's go. You hit the calculate. So it's calculated after tax. So it says 8.13% of 58.6 is $4.76. Let's test that. Let me get my calculator out real quick. 58.6 times 0.0813 returns 4.76418. Rounded up to the nearest penny would be 4.76 total tax added onto the bill. So then tip would be $3.91 split among each person, 3 people, 20%. So we get 58.6 initial bill times zero point 0.2, which is how much you want to tip the percentage. Give $11.72 split amongst 3 people, returns 3.906. Rounded up, 3.906 rounds up to 3.91, which is how much each person will tip, 3.91. Then we go to the total. The total is the bill plus the tax, so we get the 58.6 plus the 4.76. That gives us the value of 63.36 as the total, or the final bill total. Split amongst 3 people would be 63.36 divided by 3 will give me a value of 21 and 12 cents for each person, which would be 21 and 12 cents. So this is the demo of the app built for Android Studio for my mobile app development 1 class, and that is all. Thank you.